Welcome back to QT with a Pod. This episode that you're about to hear is a part of the live show that I had last month, and this portion is titled, Is It Too Late to Fall in Love? So, while you're listening, it is a live show. I didn't edit anything out because I wanted you to have the full experience. I hope you guys enjoy and make sure you come to Instagram and let me know what you think. Bye. Well, see you soon. I'll come say bye at the end. If you speak, it's okay. Your voice will be mentioned and featured in my podcast as well. So came across this idea just sitting there and falling in love. So right now in the chat, I want you guys to put what words come to your head when you think of falling. Falling. What do you think of? Nothing.
I know y'all thinking.
Okay, Alicia Keys. That's true. Oops, the floor. Risk. Lauren singing in the bathroom. I guess Lauren sang the Alicia Keys in the bathroom. Like suddenly, yes. Okay, so I'm saying that it is too late for you to fall in love either because you have had some life experience or you've been on social media. That's everybody. You are not going to hit that moment where it's like, oops, I'm suddenly in love because I feel like now that you hold on a minute. JC, who are you? All right, JC, I'm just gonna have to move you.
Is there a password to the Zoom meeting?
No, they're in a waiting room. Okay, here's Nicole.
Can you let in Alexis?
Okay, I will let in Alexis.
Yes, and if you see Kimberly, can you let her in too?
No, Kimberly.
Okay.
Okay, beautiful. So
this feels like a club. Like we gotta like be down.
It
is, and it's hard. I didn't prepare for that. I didn't think that would happen.
Can we moderate it while you talk, or is it just you?
I think it's just her.
I think it's
like
just
Taylor
me.
and I.
Yeah, I think it's just. Oh, unless I make you the host.
Yeah, can you? I'll look at the people and bring.
Alrighty. So leave Stella in there. I don't know who Stella is. Okay. Alrighty, so back to the conversation. So falling in love is hard to do because once you've had some life experience, it is difficult for you to see past things that you would have accepted when you were 18. So I think back to my relationship when I was 18, 19, and it was like, oops. That person couldn't do anything. It was just like, this is the love of my life. This is who I'm going to be with. Versus now, 10 years later, I'm just like, you're emotionally unstable. You're emotionally unavailable. I'm not accepting this. I'm not going to just fall in love with you. And I'm not so much of a fixer anymore. I'm like, wow, I want to do this. So what do you girls think?
Amber, you can go.
Honestly, for me, it's stepdaddy season, okay? So I'm trying to get ready and prepare myself because I want to be in love again. Like I understand what Quenisha says when she says, like, you know, we have so many experiences. We're not as young as we are anymore. And I'm still in like a very contentious divorce. So I understand like the weight of a breakup and like, you know, being with somebody for a long time, trying to make it work. But also I'm just so happy to be able to start over that, you know, I took my time to be by myself, but I'm preparing myself to be in love with somebody in a healthy way. And I want that spark. You know what I mean? I'm going to take my time. I'm going to look for signs. I'm going to be careful. But I feel like the way that I look at love now is so much differently than I did before when I was married. Can you have
a spark, though, if you're taking your time and looking at it step by step? Can there be a spark because it's calculated?
Yeah, but it's calculated risk. So it's just like moving to a city, you know, you like, or just doing anything. Like, yeah, you can still have sparks along the way because I can't plan for anything. Well, I can't plan for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I can plan as much as I want and I can put what I want into the atmosphere, but life is still going to happen to me to a certain extent. And I can't predict the actions of another person. And I want to allow room and space for someone to surprise me and to bring me the other half of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I want to ask? Like, what do you guys consider being in love? Like you guys said you want to be in love again. What does that feel like? I don't feel like I've ever been in love. But then again, I'm like, I don't know what I would call that. Like what am I even trying to feel? What does that mean to you guys?
So, I mean, it doesn't have to be as deep as love is this. It is just when you feel that unconditional, like love for someone.
Yeah.
And so I asked Instagram, of course, and I know some people were asking, like, are you talking about puppy love or real love? Puppy love, it's easy for you to fall in love. That boy in 8th grade, you're just like, boy, the way you walk down this hallway, you walk me to my class, you held my books for me. Like they did that bare minimum, the bare minimum, and you were like, wow. So also, I mean,
it's easy to be enamored with people.
Yeah.
And that can feel like a strong feeling. So people might be like, that's love, but yeah, I don't know. The way I see love now that I'm older, I'm like, I've been comparing romantic relationships to just friendships. And I'm like, I feel like the way that I love my friends is the way that I want to love my partner, but I also want to like be able to show that in different ways, like romantically and stuff like that. But in terms of like the strength of how I feel about that, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. I think for me, love is, well, I read a quote once that love is attention, what you give your attention to. And so what you also like prioritize for. So for me, it's about affection. It's about sacrifice. It's about, intimacy. And so when I think about being in love, I want emotional intimacy with someone. I want that personal connection. I want someone who's willing to make sacrifices for me, who will go the extra mile for me. Not that you'll have to do it every day or all the time, but that you're willing to do so and to provide space to experience life with me. So like my goal is to find or let someone find me, because I'm really not looking. Quenisha tell you.
I'm like, y'all come to my house because
that's what I told Quenisha, but that actually happened to me.
Okay. Let me know how that
love did come to her house.
Oh, it's popping off. It's popping off right now. So I'll keep you posted on it and let you know how things go. But I'm in the first situation ever where I'm growing into a situation through friendship first. So it's Quenisha and I have been talking every day of this situation I'm in, like just really paying attention to it to see if there are red flags, green flags, this and that. And it's been a really healthy situation. So it's been like a lot of us learning how to make space for each other. You know what I mean? Because we are both in a healing process. And so I didn't want to be in a relationship. And I still, like, I'm figuring out what I need and what I require to be in a relationship now still, but I know now that I won't.
Yeah. I do love what, so I know earlier Taylor mentioned that, having love for your friends, because earlier we were talking on the phone, was it yesterday? And she was like, do you fall in love with your friends too? And I think you do fall in love with your friends. And I think Ivana I can't scroll.
Yeah, the chat looks really good.
I can read it. So Ivana said, we put so many asks on a partner when we don't necessarily hold our friends and family to the same standard. Each person can fulfill different needs.
Yes.
And I do agree with that.
And I agree with that, definitely.
And Ruvia also said Ruvia also said, like, it's just indescribable. And that it reminded me of something, because I've been having conversations with a certain person. And like, I feel like when you really feel strongly about somebody, it's something that you really just can't explain.
Yeah.
And like, there's just not like, and I wasn't able to explain to him that I didn't feel that. So he was like, well, what did I do wrong? And I'm like,
it's nothing wrong. You're a good person. I'm a good person. We're just not a good fit. It's hard for guys to really understand that. Yeah. And I think it's so funny hearing you say like the love is indescribable, because I felt like that in the past, but I also felt like I would meet somebody and then I would just instantly really, really like them. Yeah. And so I didn't get time to really learn why I appreciated them and why I loved them. And, I did along the way, but in this situation now, it's like every single day it's been so slow and so gradual that I'm able to literally point out and pinpoint me going through this process of being like, dang,
so
I really like this person.
This was unexpected and you hit this situation unexpectedly, or was it a progression and you were like, I can see A, B, C, and D. This happened.
I think it's a mixture of both, because I thought, and we both thought this situation was going to go a certain type of way because, you know, like you start talking to somebody and you like think, oh, you talk for this amount of time, you're supposed to be in a relationship. That's how it's supposed to go. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't in the space for that. And the person that I'm talking to wasn't in the space for that either. And so then it's like, well, maybe we should just stop talking if we're not going straight to a relationship. But it just wasn't like that. So we've been taking time to really get to know each other and things like that. But also along the way, he literally has been surprising me because I wasn't expecting him to show up for me in the ways that he has. So when the opportunity has presented itself, like he's just been there for me, you know, and I've been there for him too. So I think that's where the surprise comes. Like when the life starts happening, does this person really show up? Do they pull up? Are they there for you? You know, are they going to ride? You know, and that's where the surprise comes. And that's where those feelings come. Cause it's like, it's times where he does things cause he's really big on acts of service and like, just like manly things. But like when he does those things and he surprises me and prioritizes me, I'm like, wow, I never even knew this is something that I really needed or something that I really vibe with until I had it. So
if you guys can't tell, Amber's in love. I don't know if anybody else can tell.
He's in love.
I don't know if anybody else can tell, but
nice.
Be quiet.
Amber's in love right now, and
no face, no case. I'm in love with myself and my son.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Imagine.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody from the chat seems to be saying so just say, give me a yes or no. Yes or no. Is it too late for you to fall in love now? No. You personally.
Me?
No, I'm asking people in the chat.
Oh, girl,
now, do they feel like it's too late for them personally to fall in love?
Yes, y'all. I just want to let y'all know that I bet
I love this.
I know. I bet Quenisha, she owe me $20 for every no.
But you know what?
Wait. We never bet $20 for every no.
Y'all figure that out in the back end, all right?
Yeah.
I feel like give it to me out your taxes. When we
started, Olivia says she's still in the waiting room.
I didn't know that was her. Girl, I said, who is that? That sounds like a real white last name. They can't come in.
We were discriminating.
Man, Warren. Yeah, we just first of all,
we have to discriminate. We have to.
Who is Tania White? They tried to put a black name. Do you know this person?
No, I know Tania.
Tania?
You said Tania White. Is she in the waiting room?
She about to come in. I'll put her out if she ain't supposed to be here.
Okay, go Taylor. What
can I speak? I'm really happy that everyone's saying no because when you first proposed this topic, I think I was on the side of like, yeah, it might be a little bit too late for me. And I had a conversation with my mom earlier today, right? Because this guy that I don't know. She was like
dating him.
Okay. Anyway, she was like, "Oh, like what's he gonna do for Valentine's Day?" I'm like, "That's clipped." And she was like, "So I'm really not gonna get to meet him? Like you're just too picky. Like, what are you gonna? You're just gonna pick until you have nothing, and like you just." And I'm like, maybe I will. Like, damn, I don't know.
Yeah, why doesn't she?
There's nothing wrong with you, Taylor.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like. She was like, well, you can't have everything. And I'm like, I know I can't have everything, but I feel like I'm at a stage in my life where I know what I need to have. Yeah. And you don't have that. So, and I don't feel like it's too late to fall in love. I think it takes more work. And I think it will.
I like that.
I think it takes more work because I'm like more aware, but like,
yeah.
I hope that will mean that whatever love comes is like a more healthy love, a more like lasting love, whatever, all the things.
It's going to have to be. I think like a lot of times, like what I used to hear, and I'm very glad that I'm hard-headed because people would tell me like, oh, you know, like your mom said, you can't have everything or like you're too picky. But I feel like people really want to get Black women to settle for less. And I don't even know if a lot of people do it on purpose. You know, I feel like it's so ingrained in us that we need to accept what comes. Like, and a lot of my friends, Quenisha and I have this conversation all the time where they're like, you know, I mean, he's not a bad guy, but he's not a great guy. But at least he doesn't beat me. And I mean, he calls me and he does this and that. And that's just basic stuff. Like,
the bare minimum.
Nobody should be beating your ass.
Facts. I'm like, period. Like quality that you have. Like,
no, like, but it's just like, that's what's been so ingrained in us. Is, and it's not just one of my friends. It's a lot of my friends saying the same thing of like, you know, I have to appreciate him. I have to stay. I have to work with him. I have to. No,
I hate staying and working with people.
I'm not doing it. And Quenisha knows firsthand. Quenisha knows firsthand when I was like starting to decide to leave, like a lot of people were telling me, oh, you know, as a wife, you have to work harder than the husband and you need to take care of home. And I had literally just had my son. And they were like, well, what about your husband? Maybe he has postpartum. And I was like, fuck him. If he can't show up for me when I had a motherfucking baby.
Well, he need to go to therapy if he got postpartum.
And he wouldn't go to therapy. But that's another thing. Like, I feel like Black women are expected to do the emotional work, the spiritual work. And it like for everybody, not just even our partners, sometimes for our friends, for our children, for, you know, our families. And I'm tired of that. And I don't accept that. And I'm glad I didn't accept that, because like people will make you feel like if you talk about what you want, if you put it out there, that you're a problem or you're difficult to deal with. Mm-hmm. And now I'm realizing and talking to people, it's nothing wrong with me. And I knew the whole time, but it's nice to get the confirmation from other people. Like, when you're with a person who's a real partner, who really has their life together and stuff, they see you as an asset, not a liability. Mm-hmm. They don't see you communicating what you want as like an annoyance, as, you know.
Yeah. You know. I feel like that led into another episode that I was recording. Y'all touched on 2 episodes. So one you touched on, Why the World Hates Black Women. You kind of bled into that. And then you also touched on my episode about how men do the bare minimum and get praised for it. But we're not going to talk about that one right now.
Okay,
that episode is coming out. About that. The episode is coming out. We can talk. I
have much to say about that.
So yeah, I don't want to give too much away on it. But yeah, I think I really like what you said, Taylor, when you were like, I forgot the steps to fall in love, something like that. I forgot. But also Ivana said something like the needs are different now. Mm-hmm. So I think it's also that's where I was thinking about it from. My needs are completely different now. Standards are obviously higher. And it's hard to find that. Mm-hmm. It is hard to find, especially in the pool we're expected to choose from, because that's a very small pool.
It's a very small pool.
And it's just very difficult. Like if y'all know me, you know I have a thing for guys over 6 feet tall. I am considering
Esther,
I feel you.
I'm considering. Yes, everyone is swimming in that pool. Now the pool is so small and now all of us have to get in. It's the most ghetto pool ever. Like all of us are waiting in line to get in, and it's like, is this what I'm here for?
I will say that.
What'd you say, Tay?
It's very ghetto. You're right.
It is.
Would not recommend. 0 stars.
0 out of 10.
Yeah. I download dating apps and delete them like the same day.
Bro,
it's always fun.
I think I'm a little scarred from my most recent experience to get back on the dating app. I'm just like, I think I'm torn, right? Because at the same time,
do pee in the pool.
I'm crying. I'm dead.
She's right. Did she lie? She didn't.
She didn't lie.
She is.
Nah, I was talking to a guy who definitely would have peed in the pool, baby. Had to block him.
Too, like, I'm not gonna lie.
It is definitely a smaller pool if you're looking for another Black man and not open to dating other races. That's why you got to open up your options. Don't.
Oh no, I'm open, baby.
I'm dating white.
I don't feel like they just they approach us like that. Like I feel like, I don't know. Like
I date guys from different races. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I date guys, but they don't approach me. Like, I mean, well, this one on my live asking me to send him pictures of my little arm.
Easy said they want you though. Trust. Easy said trust. Easy said trust. So does anyone want to unmute themselves and give some more insight? Because I do love the comments in the chat. If you do, I guess put a 1 in the chat. I've dated white. Woo. How was it, Laurel?
Whew. That was a whew.
Hey
girl.
So I dated a white guy in college. And I mean, like, he had money and like, but he was racist. So
he was one of the ones that popped in the chat.
It was racist. He brought up he made a comment that Mike Brown deserved to die. So yeah, it was a wrap after that. That was like
That's a
Yeah, I don't
lot.
think
That's crazy.
I don't think
Why
I
he thought he
talked
could
to
say
white
that
boys
to
Not
you?
like
to
that.
Yeah,
too.
why the question is why he feel comfortable saying that? Like that's how you know he crazy.
And
And
he
why he
never
said to you?
I
Like,
think his fiance now is Nigerian. So I'm like
Oh,
really confused. Um yeah,
Is it
yep.
EC?
But
are you gonna warn her?
no.
No. She said, "Don't try it."
But no, I mean like it was just different. Like I feel like when we did go out in public, like people were looking. Um like and just having people stare at you like knowing the reason why is like annoying as well. Um and like trying to ignore the stares is like hard to do. So yeah, that just wasn't yeah, that wasn't a good experience.
Do you think it has
I did
something
have
to do
like
with where you live?
we would go out like around where he lived, his area. And I guess it was like more predominantly like a white area. So yeah, haven't brought I haven't been around like white guys like in Boston, like in the Boston area, like where I live. Um yeah.
Okay.
So I
All
did have
right.
a white boy phase though.
Okay. Thank you, Laura. Oh, no, you came back. Okay. So it seems like other people are saying they were embarrassed too when they went out with white men. Are we are we embarrassed to go out with?
I just remember being in his car and we like went to go. I like wanted to go pick something up at the mall, and the guy like at the thing where you get the ticket, he was black, and I was just like, damn, like how he gonna see me going out sad like
The
this?
guy who was getting the
Oh!
ticket, the guy who
The
was
guy
getting
who
the
was giving
ticket.
us the ticket like for the car. Yeah, I just didn't
was
want.
he fine?
He probably wasn't even fine, but I was just like, I just know what's
Taylor,
in
fuck that,
I
because
know
they had
what's
the
in your
most
mind.
raggedy ass non-black women,
Yes, yes.
baby mamas at home, everything.
I was like, I can't be
No.
a part of this narrative. So yeah.
Okay, so you were embarrassed. Anyone else? I think someone else said they were embarrassed, self-conscious too.
I can see being self-conscious. Don't you ever be embarrassed, Taylor. You have.
Yeah, okay. It's funny because my mom's side all date white people, and I'm the only one with a black partner.
Really?
Wow. Okay.
Really?
It is incredibly and hard to find a white confident man that can stand in that. That's true. That's true. I will say when I do date guys outside of my race, in my last long-term boyfriend, he wasn't my race, but he looked black, so he passed for black. So I never.
Blackfish.
Who Justin didn't pass for black?
He did not look black.
Yes, he did when the
Justin
feet in
did
braids.
look black.
Okay,
I'm not gonna argue with you about him. That's what I'm not.
Yes, that did not look like a black man. So stop it.
Wait, who?
Drake.
Justin,
People call him Drake.
Justin had them feet in braids into that bun.
Okay, stop. So listen. Okay, listen. I'm not doing this. So, anyways, yeah, you know what? Because but it was weird. Never mind. He was always self-conscious about not being black when we were around black men. So that had nothing to do with me. He was white and Mexican. And I mean, whenever I have gone on dates with other guys, not my race, I never felt ashamed or embarrassed or self-conscious. It was more so, I mean, they don't know what you're doing there. Like you could be at lunch with somebody or dinner with somebody. I don't know if that's your cousin, but any other remarks about this subject or the subject we led to before we go to?
All right, there you have it. That's part one of the live show. I'll post the next part in a few weeks. But my question to you is, do you think it's too late for you to fall in love? My opinion changed throughout the discussion, but I still don't think that it will be easy. It won't be easy for me to fall in love with a guy with all the life experience I have. And it's not that I don't think I'll be a bitter black woman, because I'm low key afraid to be painted as that. Like, I don't want to be labeled as that or stereotyped as that. But it will be difficult for me to fall in love with the next guy. I just don't see myself glancing over things and being like, think having that same mentality I had before, the I can change him, he'll change for me mentality. Because in reality, people don't change. And I just need to know and accept that when I meet them, this is who they are. And think, can I accept this? Can I live with this or not? So that is where I stand on the issue. Tell me where you stand, and I will see you guys later. Follow me on Instagram at BigQuiQui. Check the show notes for other important information. Thank you so much. Love you so much, and bye.